Hello guys, it's Teenage DC Fan back in another video, and now that the crisis is over, the heroes are all back, and of course Supergirl's back, Batwoman's back, the Flash is back, Arrow's back, all of them are back. Never mind what I said about Arrow, because, well, if you haven't seen Crisis yet, then you're gonna want to leave this video, because even though I'm not talking about Crisis, I'm going to spoil Crisis. Also, spoilers for this episode, Supergirl Season 5, Episode 10, the bottle episode. So, yeah. On this newly composed Earth, Luthor Corp is now in charge of the DEO, which makes Lex Luthor the boss of Kara, aka Supergirl. And, at least Jean returned to Alex's memories along with Brainy, Nia, and Kelly. So our key players are all on board the Lex sucks train, even if the rest of the world thinks he's the bee's knees. So Lex sets out to get the Danvers sisters on his team, right? Yeah. So he acknowledges that they think he's evil, but he wants their help to stop the Anti-Monitor and Leviathan, about which he can't seem to find any information in this New Earth files, because nobody knows what the hell Leviathan is anymore. And if the Danvers won't play ball, well, what's the opposite of peace? So as you can see on screen here, the DEO has even come out of the shadows too. So they have their own commercial now, which has Supergirl, Lex Luthor, and Lena Luthor standing together, and they're like, "If you have problems with aliens, call us." That's probably nowhere close to what they said, but it was something like that, kinda. But now into the main part of the episode, which can be summed up as too many brainies. A wormhole dragged everyone in all the various Owl's bars around the multiverse onto Earth Prime, which A, gave the watering hole we know and love a chic upgrade, and B, deposited a bunch of doppelgangers onto Earth, including the Kryptonian witches who created rain and tried to terraform Earth, and are now running a side hustle telling fortunes, which, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And, geez, talk about wasted potential. But you could be doing so much more with your lives, ladies. Just being measly fortune tellers. But like I said, too many brainies. So, a whole bunch of brainies show up at the DEO ready to work, including a ponytailed brainy, a female brainy, who's actually played by Megan Rath. Jesse Rath plays Brainiac 5 on Supergirl, and Megan Rath is his sister, so his actual sister is cameoing as the same character on this show, which is kind of confusing, but whatever. But that was a nice cameo with the casting. And then also we have a leather jacket Brainy, who has a whole bunch of equations all over his leather jacket, and it's cool. But poor Patch Brainy drops dead from the anti-life equation. So yes, there's another Brainy that shows up, and he's got an eye patch. He shows up and he says, "Don't open the bottle," and then he just drops dead right there. So poor Brainy, but he dead now, so who cares? So this anti-life equation is a reference to Darkseid, which may hint at the arrival of Darkseid in the coming years, possibly. But it's a biosynthetic poison that could wipe out any of the other Brainies at any time. So before he died, Patch Brainy, which is totally what I'm going to call him for the rest of the video, he, like I said, he warned them not to open the bottle. And the race is on to find the killer and figure out what bottle he means. But then this leather jacket Brainy starts to glitch out, and our Brainy stands by helplessly as Ponytail Brainy. This one. He calmly saves his life. Lady Brainy wants to know why our Brainies always like Earth Prime Brainies, is always a step behind his doppelgangers, and he admits that the 3 lights on his forehead are personality inhibitors, which prevent him from accessing the big brain, which is like the network of minds, and she's horrified that he's cut himself off from his true potential. And I don't like that she even says, "Look at you, you're not even green." And that was a nice reference because, Brainiac is usually green. So he explains that he's terrified that his true self will alienate the people who love him. But Lady Brainy, who herself loved and lost a wife while at her full capacity, sets him straight. Love doesn't minimize you. It makes you more capable and passionate, and the people who love you would want that for him. But alas, one of the people who loves him walks into danger when Jacket Brainy, that's right, shy, timid Jacket Brainy, he seems so innocent, but it reveals that him himself is actually not Jacket Brainy, but he is Evil Brainy. That's right, because he bottled up his Earth to save it from being destroyed in the crisis, and now seeks an Argonium saber to unbottle it and restore his world and the 7 billion souls that it holds. Unfortunately, doing so will also destroy both his Earth and Earth Prime. So he's the one that killed Patch Brainy for trying to stop him, and he's about to kill Nia as well when Brainy and Supergirl arrive and destroy the saber. Brainy then shares the backstory of his personality inhibitors, and apparently when he was 8, he experienced snow for the first time on a family vacation. So his mother bottled the planet for him, as a souvenir. That makes sense totally. And Brainy was so infuriated when his horrified father unbottled the planet, Brainy's planet, given to him as a gift, that his father put the inhibitors on him so he wouldn't become like his mother and, go all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So this means that Brainy's never fully calibrated with the big brain, which allowed Evil Brainy to fool them all. And Kara assures him that if he takes off the inhibitors, Nia and the rest of his friends will still love him. Cool, but what if he does become a planet-bottling megalomaniac? It's a lovely sentiment, but maybe not a healthy promise, But anyway, they realized that Evil Brainy's next stop would be the Kryptonian witches, who indeed are mid-spell in Al's bar in an attempt to unbottle his Earth. And they eagerly launch into a fight with this Evil Brainy, which is baffling, set to an NSYNC's "It's Gonna Be Me," which I felt kind of weird, but at the same time it was really cool. And unfortunately, one of Brainy's inhibitors is damaged during the brawl, and Nia gently tells him that she'll love him no matter what happens. Again, what if he turns into an actual evil monster dude? So that would be a problem. But anyway, Brainy takes them off to assume his true form, and friends, that true form is delightful. Green skin, long blondish hair, and looking much more better than the blue-skinned, pale white hair he had before. Because I never liked that design or look that he had. But now, he actually looks like Brainiac 5 from the comics. And this is what he looks like, kind of. And now that he's accessing the big brain, he's able to break the witch's spell and talk Evil Brainy out of opening the bottle. So Supergirl joins the effort, and in the end, Evil Brainy and the witches agree to enter the bottle with the rest of his Earth until the Earth Prime crew can find a safe place to unbottle it. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is that they were kind of setting it up for this Evil Brainy to be, like the Brainiac Prime from the comics and, everything that would fight Superman, the original Brainiac, like the one that was on Krypton. But then they redeem him and make him a hero again. They do that so much on these shows, like they did it with Jean's brother. Like, Malefic is basically like Martian Manhunter's only villain in the comics, and now he's not a villain anymore, so you can't really do anything with him. Like, I don't like when they do that, because it just ruins the character. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully we do get the actual Brainiac at some point, especially with the new Superman and Lois show at some point. Now, back to the episode. And I gotta say that it's unbelievably quick and convenient decision for this episode's antagonist to make, but okay, sure. I mean, there's another Brainy off the board. Then the next hand-wavy solution comes with Ponytail Brainy and Lady Brainy offer to give up their corporal forms and enter the digital cloud that exists inside the big brain. They say it'll feel like going home, and all right, I guess. I mean, I can't truly understand this decision, but it feels an overly simple solution to a sticky problem that needed to be solved in an hour. And so before she joins the collective, Lady Brainy, she warns Brainy Prime that she didn't work with Lex to stop Leviathan on her Earth, and to save his world, Brainy must work with Lex in secret, giving up everyone and everything he holds dear. Then she enters the big brain, and Brainy places his doppelganger's 3 flat discs onto his tunic, completing a more comic-accurate look. And seriously, I mean, like, could this be any better? Like, any more comic-accurate? But also this is kind of weird, because I would definitely not volunteer to be bottled up or to give up my body to go to the big brain in the sky. I mean, that's kind of weird, but I don't know. Sounds like some pretty selfless people. That's why they're heroes. But now to the Lena update of the week, which was kind of the boring part of the episode with Lena and Lex and Leviathan stuff. So Lex, who bartered with the Monitor for her life and her memories, drips poison into her ear about Kara/Supergirl. When Supergirl arrives to tell the truth to Alina that she assumes is missing her memories, Lena coldly tells her that she remembers everything and nothing between them has changed. Which I was hoping would have happened with the crisis, that things would be back to normal, because I don't like the Lena versus Kara. Like, leave it to Lex versus Kara. I don't want Lena to be a villain. But next, Lena visits her mother, who, thanks to Lex also has her memories. And she's, Lillian counsels her daughter to partner with Lex, the devil she knows, versus Supergirl, the devil whose betrayal she never saw coming. And in order to get Lena fully on board, Lex puts a truth seeker on his arm and tells her that he'll commit no unnecessary homicides, yeah right, and will turn on her as soon as their partnership is inconvenient, just like she'll use no-seer or whatever it's called on him at the first opportunity. But he also says he wants to work with her because he doesn't want to be alone. See, dying changed him, and he claims he wants to be a true partner to her. So they shake on it, and an uneasy alliance is formed. But Lillian and Lex are secretly in cahoots to lure Lena to their side and take over yet another Earth. I knew we couldn't trust Lillian's soft, new, fresh-cut flower aesthetic. You can never trust that. I mean, so the other person not feeling particularly trusted is William, who confides in Kara that he suspects Lex of killing his best friend Russell. Too bad for Andrea. I mean, she still lost Russell. Too bad. Over a business deal, and is at Catco to investigate the Luthers. So basically, William, in this new Earth or universe, he's basically doing the same thing that he was doing originally, except for a different reason. In the original Earth, he came to Catco to investigate Andrea and the Rojas' family. But now he's here to investigate Lex and the Luthers. But then we come to our final new partnership on Earth Prime, a much more chill Brainy, fresh from breaking up with Nina, Nia, which, that's sad, but they'll definitely get back together at some point. And he approaches Lex and offers to work with him to stop Leviathan. And Lex, he knows just what kind of help he needs. Future knowledge in the form of the Wynn-shot doppelganger who came through the Albar's wormhole. That's right, Wynn is coming back. But which Wynn? Wynn is my favorite character from Supergirl. I was really mad when he left the show. And, I mean, if you're a fan of Wynn and he's one of your favorite characters just like me, don't get your hopes up, because he's just coming back for these next couple episodes, and it's a doppelganger anyway. But I actually like that it's a doppelganger, because if you look at the promo for next week, this doppelganger is an evil version of Wynn, who is the Toyman. So I think this is really cool because, Toyman, of course, is a Superman or Supergirl villain from the comics, and he's actually one of my favorite Superman villains. So when they killed off Wynn's father, who was the original Toyman, I was disappointed because, then that means no more Toyman. But hopefully this doppelganger of Wynn stays around on this earth and he becomes the new official Toyman that would fight against Superman and Supergirl. So that would be really cool to see, and I hope that this actually happens. So I'm super excited for the next couple episodes, mostly for Wynn coming back and Toyman. So I hope you're just excited as I am. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, as well as what you're looking forward to in the next couple episodes with Wynn, or if you're just like me and you wish that Wynn would just stay on the show. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video so I can bestow all my DC knowledge upon you.